Oh boy, just another day in the desk trying to find out what is going to be the next video.
Sorry about that.
What the? Ellen, what are you doing here?
I just came for an unpaid bill that you own.
Give me that. It can't be that much. It probably could be a couple. Oh my goodness!
Victoria housekeeping isn't cheap, you know. So you should probably get started and find a way to earn some dennies.
No, you don't say, Miss Obvious.
I'll be leaving now. I got some other thing to attend to.
Wait, Ellen, come back! What do you mean I gotta pay this? Gosh darn it. Well, there is one thing I was planning to do. Well, you know what that means, fellas. Welcome back to another episode of me making random content about Sununuin Zero, and this one is going to be about the Y shipping tier list. So, from the highest being S tier that it says, please make this canon, to the other ones, those being a very deep relationship, meaning, obviously, I would recommend this ship for any deep relationship role plays and stuff like that, to very good friends, so they're just basically homies, business partners and associates, they're just, just working together and stuff like that, nothing too much. Not seeing Chief is obviously D, that is, not seeing really much of the appeal of it, and Get Out is obviously F tier, basically the ship that I don't see any kind of enjoyment or any kind of things like that. Obviously, most of these are going to be either from hints that the game has shown to majority being from the community and my general opinion, so please don't take this seriously. I mean, take this as seriously as possible. Oh my god, this is the greatest tier list I've ever made. It's like the tier list of the century with the main top tier being the Riddler, the man himself. Why? Someone that even though does not know anything about girls, he's just pulling out every single one of them, like not even trying. Ambi. Ambi. I will say that she and Wise are mostly just hanging out, maybe eating some burgers, watching some movies, talking about how the Cunning Hairs are doing, but not really in an intimate relationship they would be at. So I would say that she would be in a B tier at most, just friends, just casual homies. But for some people, including myself, she will be in complete S tier because she's the burger goddess status. Nekomata! With Nekomata, there are some reasons someone would put it maybe B at most, but I mean most of the time she just brings people into trouble and stuff of that sort, and I certainly don't see that much of a deep relationship, so it's more of a partnership, and they can be friends, but I don't know, I'm just gonna put it in C tier because, some BS reasons. But let's just continue on to the next person until I rewind to that incident that happened many times that made me look like a plank of wood. Nicole! Oh boy, Nicole! This one is definitely going to be a high one. So, we have seen some hints of affection with Weiss. Specifically, the community has made that one of the first ships to ever be made in the series. That honestly, I'm all dig for it. I fucking love when Nicole tries to be all cunning and stuff, but in the end just ends up just being more embarrassed, being smug and stuff like that. Shit is always funny to see. But even the game itself okay. Even the game itself implied that she might have been the only character to actually kiss the proxy, specifically in this case Wise directly, because when I think it was in 1.5 or 1.4, Wise I think was knocked out, and to make it how the game explained it, basically said that Nicole was doing emergency medical care, aka CPR. But for the ranking, I'm going to place her in A, because even though, fellas, all the things I have mentioned definitely may give her the please be canon, we gotta think some things through. For example, the Cunning Hairs, Nicole's business is not seen as the best, and I imagine she doesn't want to commit to a full-length relationship with Weiss because she's focused on her business first, and that's basically understandable. But I don't know, fellas, you guys definitely cooked with the shipping fuel, and honestly I can deal with it. I really love the freaking dynamic they two have. This ship is A tier. Belle! Alright, next one on the list is, yeah, we got Belle. Okay, to like make it straight, I'm definitely not gonna put her in S or A because again, this is Weiss's sister, and not like half sister or anything like that. Like I mean, biological sister and stuff like that. So we're not going to put there. But the community has definitely made an exception to that. But let's like be straight, they're very like flexible with each other, you know, like their sibling banter and stuff is pretty fun, and I do like some of the artworks that people do, mostly like when they're like chilling or maybe like doing an activity together. You know, they're the proxy, they're Faithin, so it makes sense to like at least give them a pretty decent friendship, in this case like brotherly friendship sort of thing. But I really have only like one joke to really say with this. The community has made Belle an absolute whack job, either overprotective against Weiss or wants Weiss, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, it's gonna be a B. Definitely lower than Ambi. Corin! Next character in the list is Corin. And basically, she's alright. She's pretty good with the proxies, mostly doing maid work and stuff like that. Nothing too big. At most, I could just see her like doing her business, either cleaning like the video store or other things of that sort. And it comes to the Rizzler. Yeah, I doubt seeing anything of that, like S or A. I could just say at most I might just put her in C because she doesn't really have any kind of like relationships with any of the. She's like neutral with everyone, and the fan base basically make her just like the clumsy maid. Nothing very big on that. In my personal opinion, I think she should be in the adopt me and protect tier. I am serious. Please protect her at all costs. She's too precious for this world. Ellen! So, what can we say about Num Num Shark? Well, there's the one thing is that the community definitely has shipped her the most, with Weiss being one of the first exclusive characters to be released not in the standard banner. But do I think that it should be in the high S, maybe an A? I don't know. I think the agent story and also just my general opinion on it makes me feel like they're just very good friends overall. Because, you know, Ellen is always tired and stuff like that. She doesn't really seem like a big commitment to like having a relationship. And if she would, she'll probably like maybe find some time. But I think she's more of just that friend. It just comes by here and then and just hangs out and stuff. But would I hate this ship? No, I don't hate it. I would see the reason why people would ship it. In my personal defense, I think Ellen just needs to, you know, grow up a little bit more and maybe she'll find somebody else. I think Weiss is not the person for Ellen, but it's just probably just me being freaking biased. Probably because I think Nicole is probably better than Ellen. And also because of the accident that happened. You know the one. Rena! So next one on the list is Rena, and fellas, I just need to be honest here. How come barely anybody does this ship at all? Like, come on, you have a nice, curvy, thick ghost maid, and I have barely seen any illustrations of something like that. This is a misjustice because, come on, she has that motherly vibe, she has a lot of experience with, you know, housework and stuff like that. Yeah, she's a bad cook, but screw that you can try to bring all the food you want, and you can get a massage around or get your lawn made or whatever thing Rena does, but it's just wild the frick that barely anybody does this ship at all. This is underrated as crap. Frick, I'm just gonna do it right now. I'm just gonna put her in A tier, just because, like, come on. Like, even in the game, they even showed, a bit of like the two interactions. I think it was like two of them specifically. Weiss intentionally fucking like chooses her in like the VR mode for like all the situations that she mentioned. Like, hey, which character would be if it was faster, was stronger, or some other thing like that. Like, man has favoritism for both reasons. Grace! Well, Grace. Well, there's not really that much we can say because honestly, she doesn't really interact with Weiss or really that much with the proxies. At most, he will either talk about EOS or, steal PopSec property for the 20th time. Chingy! Yeah, this one's just... I don't see it, Chief. It's just there's not really that much to really say about Grace.
Kalita!
Okay, next one is Kalita, and yeah, this one is pretty low. I'm just gonna lie, fellas. This one's just nah. I don't see any kind of like relationship those two can have. And also look pretty bad for the company. Overall, I'm just gonna put her in C and just call it a day. Because they do work together, both in the story and the agent story. But yeah, I don't see anything.
Jane Doe!
So Jane, back then, this could have been like a potential A or B at most because of some of the odd things Jane does, especially in her true conversation with God. I guess got super tired, was sleeping in the proxy's bedroom, and then she just randomly just got food and stuff like that. Like nothing really happened, and she did mention that her bed smelled like, I don't know, fresh bread or something. But now it's been like, roughly like a year or something like that. And the community really have done that Jane and Seth are together. And even the game itself as well basically confirmed that Jane's attached to Seth, even though Seth is probably oblivious about it by was it ear twitching? Yeah, it was like the ear twitching that she did when Seth basically was risking his life to protect Jane from Razor at the end of the first special episode. And honestly, that is probably the main reason why I would say that, like, for like shipping with Wise, with the Rizzler, I don't see really much, but I do understand why they would at least be like a C. So yeah, Jane is going to be a C, probably because of how much like the community has like basically diverse Jane from being with Wise than to be with Seth. Chingy is pretty simple. They're just like good friends, nothing else, nothing big. They do work together somewhat, especially in her agent story, but nothing too much to say. So this is gonna be a short but sweet, going to be a B. Good friends. I think there's some kind of like joke or something here, but I really can't just say it's just a very wholesome robot grandma. And no, you can still not hit that.
Sununuin!
Oh, Sununuin. This one is a spicy one. Okay, so I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Automatic S tier. Okay, but no, seriously. To be more serious, Sununuin with Wise is a good ship. I can see the vision. Not only that they have a lot of entrapments, not only because she's part of the story very many times, a very like funny dynamic together, especially in that one conversation when they the recording with the unlabeled recordings and stuff like that they didn't have to do that, but that shit was funny as hell. There's like I don't know if this is true or not. I think this is a little fake fanfic-y, like non-canon thing that like Sunya is trying to find like a good husband or something like that, and her parents are like saying, hey, that store owner, yeah, he seems pretty good. You should probably be his wife or something like that. That's a little bit of a fan fiction thing, so it's not really true. But to be honest, I say in the list, I feel like there's something coming. It's not as big as Nicole's or another character is coming soon, but I would say it's a nice, very nice A. So, fellas, I apologize for this little change in scenery. It's just that honestly, this video has been in production for way too long, and I need to wrap this up. So you know what that means, fellas? Speed round time! Soldier 11. I don't see it, Chief. Like, yeah, I just don't see it, Chief. I mean, it's not awful, but like, there's not really that much of a relationship going around with Wise and Soldier 11 and stuff like that. I don't think I've seen anybody do anything with Soldier 11 and Wise like shipping art or anything like that. Nothing at all. So I don't see it cheap. It's not awful. So yeah, Soldier 11, you're a D. So pretty disappointing. Caesar! Alright, Caesar, the queen. I think I'll put it like in between Nicole, Rena, because yeah, there are some like hints and things that the game has shown, and the community really loves this ship. I like this ship too. But is it like the best ship? I don't think so. There's probably like other ones. The main one is coming soon. One very important Void Hunter, but we'll get to that eventually. Lucy! So, Lucy probably has some contenders. Like, there are some artworks and ships and stuff like that. I think it could be either be business partners or very good friends at most. I don't know. This one's hard, honestly, because the ship is not as cute or anything, but it isn't anything like super deep or stuff like that. I feel like at most they should be good friends and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put it right here. And now it's what the frick? Bernice. People really have. I think back then, probably like when she was released, they did like make her out to be like the next girl to be like wise and stuff like that, but they just see Bernice as just this crazy ass lady who just hangs out with the proxies, and the game doesn't even try to do anything with that. In fact, I think community has shifted Bernice to be with the boy the boy Lighter. I guess maybe it could be like something like right here, probably. Relatively, you can swap both of them with like Lucy and Bernice, so it really just depends, honestly. But I'm gonna just put it right here just for you guys' sake. Piper! I think I might put like business partners and stuff like that, because Piper did help the group, and I think it was like the end of season 1. It comes to the Rizzler and stuff like that, I don't see like S or A. They can be good friends, but I don't know. I think there's more Lucy than there is Piper. So I feel like I may just put her like with her best friend Bernice right here. So let's just do it like that. There we go. All right, next one on the list is Sukaku. I don't hate Sukaku or anything, but like no, I don't see it. I really don't see it at all. Gremlin just eats everything and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna put it right here. Get out. Nayagi! Like, when she was released, there was definitely a lot of people like shipping both of them, but right now in the big 2026, I don't know. I really don't know if that's really the case anymore. Good friends, probably. I think good friends is the best way place her, but now I got a channel of which fight. No, not you. I'm gonna say it's more than Ellen, or less. It's definitely like less than Ellen. Maybe with Chingy, I guess. But I mean, if I do that, I gotta put Bird Goddess a little bit higher, because I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do like very good friends, and I'm gonna put Bird Goddess around here. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice spot. Mayabi! This is gonna be the hardest one to pick, because Mayabi, ooh, fans love it, the games love it, frick, I love Mayabi, but does she beat Nicole, Sununuin, Rena, and Caesar? Fellas, you know, Nicole is great and all, but like, let's just be honest. Void Hunter all the way, man. Like, do you see how crazy people go with freaking Wise and Mayabi? He's crazy as shit, man. Can you blame them? Like, Mayabi is one of the most powerful freaking characters, both like in a social aspect, because she's from a high family, the Mashumi family, and the fact that she's a Void Hunter, she gets good pay, does a bunch of training, she potentially has pretty part of the spectrum, but I don't think that's true. I think that's more people's headcanon, but hey, I approve of it if it is true. And come on, you cute little fucks for katana. What do you expect with that? Alright, next character is Astra. Honestly, if Mayabi was like released later, I think Astra would have been a close second. Because if it isn't Miyabi they're shipping wise with, it is Astra. It is crazy ass stuff, but it's a sort of a mixed bag in a way because like some people like say yeah it's Astra and Wise because Wise is a big simp for Astra and that fucking epilogue chapter. I still am questioning why the frick he acted that way. There's like some people like argue that that instead of Astra and Wise it is Astra and Evelyn, that, you know, valid, you know, we gotta get her some lesbian stuff there. I'm fine with that. They look pretty good together. They're pretty nice. I can see them having a deep relationship or very good friends, but I don't know. I think I might get in trouble for this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put her in B. Good friends. They know each other, you know, like a fanboy and his idol and stuff like that. I can see it, but like I don't know. I just feel like there's more. Maybe later on, but you just can't compete with Miyabi. Evelyn. I don't see really Evelyn being with Wise that much, and I don't think the community is really done. At most, it's just like Wise or just the proxy is just helping Evelyn be with Astra, or just taking her back to the house because she's drunk and stuff like that. You know, like, you can't keep a random drunk lady, especially a super spy-ish lady in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, don't see it, Chief. I just don't see it, Chief. Pokra! It's like a 50-50, I guess, on like either to put it in B or C, because they can be good friends. I can definitely see them. I'm gonna put it right here. Trigger! So Trigger, the one that I pissed off because I thought she was a character from Nikkei.
No, I'm from Obel Squad. You know, the new Eridu Defense Force. I work with Soldier 11. You know what? Screw this. Get over here.
Wait. Oh my god, this was before I knew anything about Trigger, and holy crap, what the frick is this lady about? If like some other person was not like the stalker of the series, I would say Trigger would probably be. Good friends is the only thing I can think, because like it is kind of cute to see like the freaking wholesome thing that this list, but I don't know, man. It's a little bit of like the fans do like ship Wise and Trigger, but at the same time, I just see more of just that one friend who just cares too much of everybody, and just for some reason, whenever somebody is sick, she just randomly appears and puts an ice pack, and then just goes camping somewhere else using the sniper rifle as like, I guess, a telescope. Vivian. So Vivian is interesting. Do people actually like ship Vivian with Wise? Like make actually like Vivian go with Wise? I think they do that like in the funnies, because like, you know, Vivian is the #1 Phaethon fan, but like she's like Phaethon fan, not Wise fan. So it's like both ways. Like, I can definitely understand if they're like very good friends, maybe deep relationship, because honestly, Phaethon did save her life in a more like metaphorical way. But in the same time, would Vivian really want to like marry? I guess maybe like a big fan maybe wants to like write fan fiction about her or some shit like that. Maybe not fan fiction, but I don't know, something like that. But like, it's not like Miyabi level did like. But with Vivian, I don't think so. I don't think it goes like to S rank or even A. So like, I think I'm gonna go and put it in. Right? Is it more than Astra? I think it's more than Astra. It's like the opposite. Can you put got the Vivian? Alright then, so here's gonna be, now we're going for the characters. I have the least amount of information, or at least rough information, because I don't know much about them. I forgot her name. I know she's called Shifu, but is it like Yanamari Shifu? I think, I don't know if I forgot how to pronounce her name properly, but I'm gonna call Shifu. I guess when she was released, it would be like, oh yeah, another Void Hunter, put her with Miyabi, but I don't see that anymore. I don't see it, Chief, actually. I don't see it. It's more like a master and student sort of thing, but I don't see a relationship ever coming from that. I don't know. Jufufu! From the information I know, they're just pretty good friends overall, or very good friends. I don't know if I should put very good friends. Maybe, because most of the time when they're together, they're just either like training or doing other stuff like martial arts thing. And Jufufu, I don't think she's really into like any relationships or anything of that sort. Because good friends is also very nice, but like at the same time, Pokro's there. My Pokro, I can sort of see it, but I'm just gonna put her in C, I guess. Yusua from Spoot Shack. Yeah, this is gonna be quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna put her in I don't see it. I don't see it that much. I might even put her Get Out, honestly, because I don't think she's even like fit for this type of thing. You know, being with whites and stuff like that. She's just a Nicole, a light of diet Nicole, but without the charm and stuff like that. And I guess where we're at it, let's just put the other character in. Alice, also don't see anything that, nah, not really. Nothing with these two, don't really have much that I could probably put, with Wise, and I don't think the community does that at all, neither. So, in the last two, actually, from Obo Squad, Orphe and Seed. I don't know, nothing really comes with these two, like, at all. I think that's the kind of the thing. I think most of the, like, Obo Squad characters, except maybe Trigger, don't really get that close to like, I don't know, to like have anything that could bounce with Wise. I don't know, I just don't see anything. I might just put these ones in here and just, yeah. All right, that was all the characters that I could talk about. Honestly, yes, there are a few that I cannot really talk about much because I did not play their chapter or have any most information about it. So sadly, I really couldn't talk about it. Maybe later on I could make a more comprehensive version of this list and probably a better one. But yeah, here's the screenshot if you want for this specific tier list. I am quite astonished that I actually gotten this far to actually get this tier list done. But that will be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, liked and subscribed to the channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.